Alright, what's good, everybody? It's your man Big Shot FHO ATLANTA GA. We're here at T-Man Performance. That's right. Big things today. T-Man Performance, we're getting it in today. I will be taking you guys all around the shop today. Exclusive, behind the scene, never before footage. So just stay tuned for that. Hold on, I'm trying to get some stuff together. Just stay with me. Log on, do what you gotta do. Hit the like video. Hold on. Okay, cool. See what I can do. I can do. All right, so today will be very epic. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. T-Man will be giving up, answering questions and giving in, talking about a lot of his trade secrets. So, just for the most part, stay tuned. I'm trying to get this out of the second. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, bam, 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 bam. That's what I was trying to do. All right, let's rock, y'all. Okay. This is the shop where a lot of his work is done. We went over there earlier. So stay tuned for that. So we're going to
Ready for our road trip today? Road trip today. Oh, what time are we supposed to do that?
He said no time.
Okay.
We can move that machine around because we started to machine that chamber, and I just want to show you the way that we can get those heads.
So while he's talking, I can go there. Hey, Sugar Booger. Good morning, Brandon. See if I can set this right here. I'll try to see, yeah, that'll work. We good up there? YouTubers, let me see if you want to come down some. How about that? No, this is probably a better angle, huh? Because you're not in. Yeah, that's better up there. Trust me, we good. Oh, this is this another dyno room right here?
Yeah, that's
We got two? Or this the only
No, just
dyno
that
room?
one.
Okay, okay.
That's why this building was built.
Okay.
Because we're going to put another CNC machine in probably toward the end of this year, right after the first, and then our dyno machine, our dyno room, and our new CNC machine will be moved.
We'll be over here? Okay.
What I want to do now is kind of show you some of the background, the way that we do the programming of the billet heads. A lot of people don't realize it, but we do all that programming in-house.
Okay.
And that's a biggie, it really is.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Hunter. Excuse me, bud.
No problem.
Those are Julius's. I want to take a picture of those to show Julius what we're doing on it. So, you want something?
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if you're rolling or not.
Yeah,
I
live.
wanted to introduce you to Brian. This is Brian.
What's going on, B?
How you doing? So,
He don't mind me calling you B, but I done just gave you a nickname.
now, Brian's the one that gets everything done for us on the CNC. But what I wanted to show you here is we're going to take you next door and show you the machine running off the billet heads. But what Brian does is he does all that programming here. Like this is the exhaust port.
Those are the intake ports for Julius's heads.
Oh, those are the Julius's?
Yeah.
Okay. So those, what he'll do is he'll go in there. What we do is I'll go in there and shape that head by hand, you know,
Okay.
and do what I do. Then we send it out and we have it scanned. And then when Brian gets it back, he takes that scan, converts it over, and he has to make all the tool pass. You got any of the tool pass stuff up there you can show him?
Now, okay, but what is this process for? Everything you're talking about, if a person that's just like me that does not know anything you're talking about, ports, heads, and all, what is this process for?
Well, this is how you get from a bare block piece of aluminum to
Okay.
something with holes in it like that
Oh,
right
okay.
there. But what a lot of people don't realize is we do all that, Brian does all that programming, start with a solid block, and then I'll put some ports in it, you know, and I'll hand port them, and then we'll flow it.
Okay.
And then once we get that where we want it, we have that head scanned, that they scan. And I'll show you what, that's a really nice thing. After this.
What up, Ish?
I'll make my
No problem. No, do your thing. No, you good. Bam. You can see that. And then you guys can go right here. What up, Ish? All right, there we go.
So Brian's going to rotate this, but when we get this head in here, this area is completely flat. There's no
So this
holes.
is a regular piece of block aluminum.
Yeah, now when we get it, it has these fins in it here,
Okay.
but this is your intake port, and this is your chambers, and then
So
Brian
when you buy a
starts,
block of aluminum, this is where you send it to the guy to do the he does.
he actually supplies the aluminum ports.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then what we do, we've got to deal up, and we, gentleman's agreement, he don't do these for nobody but us. But when we get these back, you know, we've got all the programming set up for the bolt hole patterns,
Okay.
the intake. And what's nice about that programming is like on the original set of heads that we did, and I've got 2 or 3 sets of these shoved underneath the bench.
Okay.
You know, what we do is we go in there, we do our valves, and then we set these things up for an 825 lift cam. So I don't care, you can put up to an 825 lift cam out. But what we do is we have to set our parameters on our chamber. All that has to be how deep the valves are, how long the valves are.
So you have to know all that before you start actually drilling. So
Yeah.
these are made to order heads then.
No, sir. We are making these to where you could buy it, and what we've elected to do is because there's some guys that don't want to run our cams, but there is going to be limitations of what you can use. You're going to have to use a certain size throttle body or something of that nature. Because if not, then I'm making one-off stuff. So you're going to have a set program. If you want to use somebody else's cam,
You have to use it, but based on this parameter, this height, or this.
yeah. And I don't care. You know, we want to sell heads. You know.
Okay.
I ain't that guy that says I ain't gonna sell you something if you don't use our product. But,
Okay, right here. So this was actually like this,
yeah.
and then the machine just drilled it out. And how did you put that in?
That's driven in afterwards.
Okay.
See, we also have an exhaust that's solid on this side back here.
Rotate that around for them. I want to show them also on the front head how we've incorporated the front motor.
Okay, these are some of the bikes from yesterday that we talked about. I think y'all seen it already. Y'all seen these already, but my YouTubers. Look at that clutch basket. Imagine that. Another one of the bikes. And he said both of these bikes are trying to get ready for the July 17th race.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
A lot of work to do, don't we?
Well, it looks like it, but I already know that you got the secret. What you got? You still got about a month.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, we got 2, don't we?
Yeah. Well, which is May, June, July. Well, July be. Yeah.
So I got all of June and half of July. So
Yeah.
I got 6 weeks, but you know, one of the things we want to go to the track with Julius and get him some seat time on this before, you know, he gets turned loose. So, you know, we just do the best we can. But you know,
Yeah.
these are our main priorities right now. We've kind of not taken in a whole lot more, if any at all,
Okay.
until we stay focused. But
Somebody asked me too. What happened to the old motor on there?
well, this actually, to be truthful with you, this is the old motor.
Okay.
But the only thing that we used of the motor was the cases.
Okay.
And I can, you know, I don't not, you know, there's things that we've seen that happen to that motor that, you know, we'll not get into. Nothing, you know, bad, but you know,